So, Kursk, you've been into town, kind of looking around for some sort of adventuring party or group, but it appears that nobody in town really knows your name, and they seem to have a lot of misgivings about you. But there is a dwarf that you've kind of met. His name is Gundren Rockseeker, and he had kind of had seen you before, and kind of talked about having, you kind of come with his buddy who's Sildar and kind of help out with transporting some supplies and whatnot. And he had said, hey, we're going to make a trip, and this was a few weeks ago, and kind of talked to you about it, and had kind of left town, and his wife, who is, Miss Rockseeker, she goes by Illith, kind of gets mail and correspondence when he's in Phandelver, and you've kind of been staying at their house, looking for work, but really having no success at all. And then, let's see. Lavitz, you came down from the north, is that correct? Yeah.
Icewindale.
Yeah. So you've kind of come into Neverwinter as well, and are kind of walking around looking for work, and that you do find that there's a sort of a kind of a laborer's type of place that's looking for stuff. It appears to be probably a good location for you to go look in and maybe find something to work or things to work at. And then let's see, Dirk.
Could you say my full name, please?
It was Dirk Hardpeck. Sorry, I'll definitely use your whole name. You are. Let's see, what was your background? I wanted to look and see what you had for your background here.
I'm just wandering, like Pain from Kung Fu guy.
Alrighty, gotcha. Okay, I understand. And then Miss Rick. We didn't have a chance. Miss Rick Pebble Clock, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pebble Clock.
Yeah. And I don't remember how you got into town. Are you in town yet, or?
Yeah, I came to town. So I work in a library in Blingdenstone, and I think they were so impressed with my knowledge and my social skills that they sent me out to find texts and stuff that have been taken or overdue to the library, and then find ones that the drow had taken when they came in and took Blingdenstone.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
So I'm looking for overdue books.
Alrighty.
Spell books.
All right. So for the lack of me being more creative, I'm going to have you guys just kind of all going over to this place for kind of work and whatnot. And Kursk, you're the kind of like the go-to guy, so you're kind of there, kind of trying to collect some people to kind of get some jobs here. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by something. I apologize. So Kursk, you have been sent over by Illith Rockseeker to work at the laborers building, and she's asked you to try to find a group of people to escort a wagon down to where her husband is, Gundren. And you see a kind of a tall human, has some blonde hair, looks to be sort of out of place to be walking into a laborer's house. As he has sort of almost like an air of not nobility, but almost as if he feels like he belongs. Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you. Blonde man, you looking for work?
Why, yes, Havoc.
Who are you talking to? I see no half-orcs here.
When he kind of looks at Kursk, he's like, All right. All right. Well, yes. Then, what's your name?
My name is Kursk. What is yours?
I am Lavitz Weston of Icewind Dale.
So, will you be looking for a transport job? We need to take a wagon to Phandelver.
Well, as long as you're not my employer, then yes, maybe.
No, the dwarf woman over there, Miss Rockseeker, is employing us.
Well, all right then. Then maybe we should speak with her.
Well, hang on. Let me see if I find anybody else.
All right. I'll wait here. Or I guess I'll go with him.
All right, it sounds good. She kind of looks over to Kursk and she smiles almost patronizingly, and I apologize. So she says to Lavitt, she says, "Thank you for coming in. Are a small group, and I know that Barthland's Provisions, who you're going to be transporting for, they're more than happy to pay each person escorting the wagon 10 gold pieces upon delivery, and that'll be at the trading post in Phandelver."
I don't care about the pay as much as I care about the experience, so that'll be fine.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I know.
That's okay. I'll take
Oh.
this money.
Oh, okay. Okay, Kursk.
Well, I mean, no, but I'll take the pay.
Okay. Very good. Kursk is he's how can I say it? Abrupt, I think. No, that's not the right word. I'm sorry, Kursk. I didn't mean to insult you. So she kind of looks around and she says, "Kursk, could you maybe you could go down to the provisions and Barthland's Provisions and see if maybe the wagon is ready, and maybe if I see anybody else come in, I'll be happy to steer them your way, or maybe you'll find somebody on the way. You only need a few though. He said no more than 4. Okay."
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Go along, Kursk.
So 5 gold for everybody else. Kursk gets 20.
Kursk, I think your math is off.
Kursk starts counting on his fingers and goes, "You may be right."
Well, I'll take care of the math. You don't have to worry about that, Kursk. Okay? She kind of pats him on the shoulder.
Let's go to a trading company there, blonde man.
All right, Kursk, lead the way.
Follow me.
So you guys kind of get out into the city, and Kursk, you do know the way how to get there. As you're kind of walking along and seeing the buildings here, you do see the provision company straight up ahead, and the doors are open, and you see a few people walking in and out, but it doesn't really appear to be that busy. As you're walking in, you see a small, funny-looking gnome, kind of in a robe, kind of walking in right in front of you.
I'm trying to get to Fandangle. Can anybody tell me where to get there? How to get there?
The Barthland, he's behind the desk. He's kind of a portly human who's there. He's got a long, kind of scraggly mustache, and he says, "Why in the world do you want to go to Phandelver?"
I gotta go there to pick up a book, and I lost my chart. It got wet somehow. It's somebody else's fault, of course. Hey, you're kind of a portly guy.
Hey, you're kind of a shorty guy too. Well, there's. Do you know anything about Phandelver?
No, I've read about it some, but I'm more interested in the book, and just help me out here, please.
Okay.
Conversation?
What's that again? Yeah, you guys are kind of walking in as he's standing at the desk, and he's sort of making this discussion.
And do we hear it?
Yeah, you do.
I have Kursk on his shoulder, and I'm like, Kursk, where did you say we were going to again?
Phandelver.
Interesting. Maybe speak with that gnome over there.
Why?
Because I think he wants to go to Phandelver.
Oh, Half-Man.
Yes, Half-Man.
Hey, Half-Man.
I'll look around.
All right. And
You, Half-Man with the big nose.
Oh, are you talking to me, Greenie?
Who
You're
you-
kind of big.
Who you calling Greenie?
Well, no reason. I'm trying to get to this town, and my map got wet. Not my fault, of course. And I was wondering if you could point me in the direction.
Well, if you want, we go into Phandelver, and if you want job, it pays 10 gold to take wagon there. Do you want?
Oh yeah, I gotta go to Phandelver anyway. So that'll work out great. Other than your smell, it'll probably work out pretty good.
Okay, I suggest you be quiet or I make you shorter.
Okay, that'll work as long as I get to Phandelver. Hey, what's with this guy's hair over here?
Listen, my hair is not of your concern. It's the finest hair in all of Iceland.
I've never been to Icelanddale, but I'll take your word for it.
They all have
You
pretty
use
shitty
too
hair
much
there.
gel.
Barthland kind of looks over and he says, Kursk, come on over, buddy.
Yeah, what you need?
Yeah, hey, thanks again for helping put all those boxes away in the storage area. I really appreciate that. You know, it takes 2 guys to lift up those boxes to put them away.
Well, Kursk had 2 arms.
Yeah, and that's why I think you work so well. So did Ilya send you over to Ilya's Rockseeker?
Yeah, she wants us to go get wagon and go Phandelver.
Okay, alrighty. So the wagon's in the back. I did hook up my trusty oxen, who's kind of hooked up to her. She doesn't move very fast, but it'll give you a nice pathway. There's food there. Should give you food for about a week, which should get you to Phandelver and back. Do you remember how to get there?
Kursk thinks so. We go down High Road
Uh-huh.
and go east,
Yep. Tribor Trail, that's right. Yep.
and then we go south to Phandelver and by foot of hills.
Yeah, exactly. And why don't you go get the wagon ready and make sure you swing over to Miss Rockseeker again, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, thanks. And he kind of pats you on the back. And Miss Rick, you see he kind of hands you a small map behind it as he walks away.
Oh, I was looking at the map, so I thought we already.
Oh no, you're good. I'm glad because you've kind of walked the trail before. You've never directly been to Phandelver, but you've walked with the Gundren, Gundren Rockseeker, the dwarf that's kind of been with you. So you've done kind of one run with him.
Okay, Half-Man and Blonde Boy, come outside. We get wagon ready and go see Miss Rockseeker.
All right then.
Alrighty. So you guys kind of collect the wagon and head over back to Miss Rockseeker, and she's outside, and she says, Kursk, you've done so well. You've found somebody else, but I see you don't have anybody. You don't have a fourth. Maybe you'll find somebody on the way out of town, or if you don't, then it'll just be 30 gold. But you really need to have 4 people.
We could use an extra horse too with this half work on here.
Oh, I wish I had a horse. Unfortunately, we've kind of fallen under some rough times.
Who you calling half-orc?
Oh,
Blonde Boy?
Yeah.
Kursk, I believe he was speaking to me, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
You hear that, Mr. Jangles?
Squeak, squeak, squeak!
She kind of sort of shakes her head a little bit and says, "Oh, Kursk, I'll miss you. Make sure that you come back to town, and make sure when you see Gundren down there that you come back, okay? Remember, he's with Sildar. You remember Sildar, the nice human, the tall human that goes with him?
Yes.
Yes.
Sildar.
Yeah, so he'll be with them, okay, and let him know that his kids are well, okay.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll let him know.
Okay, alrighty. Now you guys get going. You need to get down there. I think supplies should be there, fairly soon. Okay.
All right. Do you have any more pie?
Yeah. I have a pie right here for you. Do you think I'd let you go without pie?
Curse didn't know.
Oh, of course not. I'd never let you go without pie. Here's your pie. Okay. Now you go along now.
All right, let's go, half man and blonde boy.
Okay, half something person.
Sure, Kursk, half human.
Hey, so we get in the wagon and load up. Who's better at driving ox?
Well, I've been on horses quite a few times, but usually never an ox.
Good, you're it. You drive.
All right then, and I guess take the reins and hop up on this wagon.
Alrighty, sounds good. So the ox is a fairly older ox. However, it does have quite a bit of strength and stability. Looks like he can definitely make the road and travel a good 8 hours at a time. But obviously has a slow pace, so you guys will be walking with him as well to kind of get through the over to Phandelver. The weather is fairly nice this time of year up here in Neverwinter, and no real big storms typically come through during the time here. You guys kind of get through Neverwinter, kind of go out the gates, and as you continue down the road, really pretty much uneventful. The road's pretty busy. There's a lot of people that are kind of wandering back and forth, carrying merchants and families and whatnot, and you're kind of in the kind of the outskirts of Neverwinter, where there's still a lot of villages and farms and things. And then as you guys kind of get out towards the outer past, you do see another human that's kind of coming from one of the side roads that appears to be coming from Thunder Tree area on the map that you can see there. And this is a kind of a tall human that's there, and he has definitely appears to be very handsome, I guess is what I would say. And you kind of see him sort of approaching the cart as you guys are walking.
Greetings.
Hello, sir. Say from atop the ox. Where are you traveling to?
I'm heading to the Sword Mountains. I'm searching for a evil spider that's taken over the forest in that region.
Interesting. Well, I don't know anything about any spiders, but we're heading in the same direction. If perhaps you'd like to join our envoy.
Sounds like a good time.
Curse speaks up. We give you ride, but you got to give us a silver piece each.
Sure.
Alrighty.
Feeling generous.
Alright.
Money has no use for me.
Good. If you go with us all the way to Phandelver, you get 10 gold pieces.
That sounds like a nice deal. I can give it
Protect the
to.
shipment.
Okay. I'll take you up on that.
Give me my silver.
I'll hand over a silver piece to everyone here.
Alrighty, sounds good. So you guys kind of continue down the path, and as you're going down the path, obviously it's quite uneventful. Nothing's really happening. And if you guys want, you can kind of discuss some things about backgrounds if you want to. If you don't, to give a brief story to everybody else so they kind of know what's going on. You don't have to, but this is an option where you can now.
Well, I'll go ahead with Kurska's. Most people already know Kurska's background. And for Dirk, there, I don't think you do. Just so you know, he was an urchin. He was orphaned and left in Waterdeep. He lived in the the town, well, the section of town called Flea Bottom, raised up there amongst the other urchins. He kind of fancied himself a thief, but he wasn't very good at it. So kind of just turned into like the protector and enforcer of the little band of urchins. But he does have a stigma that, because he's half orc, he tries to make himself look human. So he got a disguised kid. So he puts on like, a beard and stuff. He tries to make himself, look as human as possible. And additionally to what nobody else, you guys didn't know, Kursk found a rat. He tells you about his rat. His name's Mr. Jangles. And Mr. Jangles is actually a dragon, not a rat. Because Kursk saw him one night in the alley, breathe fire, and kill a cat that was trying to catch him, and Kursk scooped him up. And so Kursk continuously talks to Mr. Jangles, and Mr. Jangles always has a vote.
All right.
So does,
So the swing
does
vote's
he
a
know
rat.
that it's a dragon, or
Is he really a dragon?
do you think he's a dragon?
Or does Curse think he's a dragon?
He just saw him breathe fire.
Gotcha.
And get a cat.
Okay.
So Kursk says
Excellent.
he's a dragon.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Pierce will probably divulge that he's from a pretty prominent family from Icewind Dale, and that after some shit went down with his family, he traveled south and kind of just looking to do his own thing and get away from what happened back home, and find some answers to some questions he has. That's about it.
Okay.
Dirk will tell that his father was killed in a logging accident, and ever since then he's vowed to serve and protect nature from the evils of man and industry. And he's been wandering the Sword Coast for a number of years, being a chill dude.
Alrighty.
I think I gave most of mine away, but Misery
That's okay.
Pebble Clock, he comes from a kind of a predominantly family in Blingdenstone, and he went to work in the library trying to like prove that he was really, really good at something, and he's horribly socially awkward, so he pisses people off even though he doesn't realize it, and they send him off on some task he can never complete, just collecting tomes and stuff from another area, and or that had been lost from the library. And I'm pretty sure the librarians don't even know if they lost tomes. They just kind of send him out. He's trying to do the best he can at finding them and stuff like that. He's intelligent, but not very street smart. So.
Alrighty. So you guys kind of continue, and as you're going down the high road south, you haven't encountered any trouble this far, and the high road has been quite busy, but you've kind of gotten closer to the intersection that's there, and been pretty uneventful. And you notice that as you start to make the turn, this road is a little bit more of a dirt road, and you know that doesn't appear to be as well traveled as other roads that you've seen.
The trail that we're going on.
Yeah, the Tribor Trail. Yep, Tribor.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Curse is going to walk in front of the oxen, kind of taking the lead there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just kind of hang out
That sounds good.
on the wagon.
Yeah, and you guys, obviously as you're traveling, probably had peeked underneath the thing to see, and you see that the wagon carries kind of like a bunch of mining supplies, which is like bags of flour, and there's pork, and there's actually some ale in there, shovels and picks and crowbars, lanterns, oil, stuff like that.
Curse didn't look.
Alrighty, gotcha. If he did. I don't know if he did or not.
He did, because he'd been drinking the ale all the way.
And I'll be gone by the time he got there, huh? And as you guys are kind of getting closer to darkness and whatnot, you see that there's a wagon that's sort of sitting off to the edge. There's no horses or oxen that are sort of bridled up next to it, and it's probably about 200 feet or 200 yards or so in front of you.
I kind of pull back on the reins of the wagon then and say, Kursk, stop. Do you see this wagon ahead of us?
Yes.
It looks to be abandoned. Perhaps you would want to use some of your roguely skills to investigate.
Okay, Curse sneak up on wagon.
And I'll hop off
Alrighty.
the ox and kind of follow with Kursk.
All right.
I got good eyesight at night, so I'll come along and help you.
Okay.
Excellent.
I'll follow in the rear.
Alrighty. So, Kursk, you are able to sneak along pretty quietly. I think you're probably crouched on your toes. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're able to kind of get up there without any. You feel like you're pretty quiet, and then Miss Rick, you're very quiet as well. You don't make any noise. There's no sound coming from your robes or anything like that. You guys get up to the wagon and you find out that the wagon appears that there's several kind of broken slats on the side of it. The wheels are intact, and you don't see any supplies within it, but looks like it definitely was a wagon that would carry supplies similar to what you have.
Kursk, there's ale in this wagon.
Where?
Well, in the wagon.
Chris looks in the wagon. Does he see ale?
Unfortunately, there's no ale that you can see in there.
Tricked you, Kursk.
Chris no see ale.
Is there any books in there? Books?
There's no books in there as well.
Well,
Do we see any signs of like any blood or anything?
Yeah, give me an insight check. I'll get a better picture for you in a little bit, Mike, but at least get your picture up there.
I'll do an investigation to see if I can see what it's.
Or investigation probably would have been fine too, but that's good. Thank you, Dirk. Dirk, you see quite a bit of blood that's kind of over the area where the horse would have been, almost as if the horse maybe was slaughtered or was shot there or sliced or something. And then, Miss Rick, you do see along the wheels too, there's a lot of gouging out of sword marks that appear to be like there was a battle or something along the side of this wagon.
I'm gonna
Can I-
take a look around where we are now, like kind of sweep my eyes around. Do I see anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check. What were you going to do there, Lavitz?
I was just gonna do a survival check, I guess, is like tracking to do see if I can find like if this blood like kind of leads in any direction.
Yeah, it sounds good. So Dirk, you're able to look around and you don't see anything that appears to be out of the ordinary. You notice that there's the birds are kind of singing in the trees, and you do see deer and wildlife kind of all in all directions. So you feel that there's definitely nothing that's out of place here. Lavitz, you do notice that there is blood trails that are here. They do lead eastward along the road, kind of for about 100 yards or so, and then you see that the ground is sort of all sort of crushed down, and there's a lot of blood that's there, almost as if maybe something was butchered, but the blood doesn't, it just stays there. You don't see it going anywhere else.
Okay. Well, I'll just relay that to the party then.
Alrighty.
Does the I guess there's no There's just blood, like a big, like a pile of blood.
Yeah, it looks like, we could do either. I think you have nature.
Could
No.
I do another survival to see if
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it was like, there's footprints of an animal or anything? Nearby?
Sure, absolutely. You do see small footprints in the ground, kind of all around the area here. They appear to be some sort of a humanoid type footprint.
Well, I talk to the party and say, looks as if something or someone was killed in this area. Possibly by perhaps goblins or something small.
Probably ambush. We should move on to Phandelver. But Curse wants wagon.
Okay. So you're going to pull the wagon, Kursk?
Well, Curse is thinking that we probably can hook it up and do like a tandem thing.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. Sure, absolutely. Yeah, the wagon's definitely operational. You could tie it if you want to, and then have 2 wagons.
That'll work.
Okay, sounds good. So you tie up the wagon, and it seems to work very well.
We need go to Phandelver. Deliver goods.
Um,
Miss Rockseeker will be mad.
That sounds all well and good, but perhaps we should be a bit more wary of our surroundings on the rest of the trail.
So we move slow and keep eyes out peeled.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Alrighty.
I'll ride up front on the front wagon. And
Okay.
keep a lookout because it's starting to get dark out.
Yeah, it is, and it's been pretty close to about 8 hours since you guys have started traveling. It is getting dark. Do you guys want to set up a camp someplace, or are you going to continue to travel?
What? It's getting dark. How far from the Phandelver?
Yeah, so it looks like it's probably, from what Kursk knows, probably a few hours. Definitely would be probably the middle of the night by the time you got there.
We're close. We need to go.
I
Yes,
agree. Let's push on.
I'm inclined to agree as well.
Okay.
Alrighty. So you guys continue to push on sort of through the night, and the sky is very starry. The clouds are out. Not a lot of moonlight, but you definitely have some illumination of the ground, so sort of a dim light illumination that's there. As you guys continue to travel, you sort of come up to a bend. And as you come up to the bend there, you do notice that the ground, both sides of the trail is wooded, and you notice that the trail kind of goes underneath sort of a 10-foot sort of a ravine in between 2 sides of the trail, if that makes sense. And it's not that far. It's probably 50, 60 feet or so, but you're definitely notice now that you're starting to get into the foothills.
Cool. Yeah, I guess we just continue onward then.
Alrighty, sounds good. So as you guys are kind of continuing,
Hey, Kursk, hold up. I see 2 things out in front.
Oh, stop.
alrighty. So, Misrick, as you're looking up there, you see there's 2 objects that are sort of in the center of the road, just past where this kind of ravine is. It doesn't necessarily block the road, but they're definitely laying in the road. There's no doubt about it that you see up there. And as you kind of get a little bit better look, you see that there's 2 dead horses that are kind of sprawled up ahead, blocking the path. You can get around them, but they're definitely there.
Huh. Looks like the path's blocked. We got two slain horses and two mounds in the road. It's hard to make out.
How far down road?
I look.
Yeah,
I
so
estimate.
it's from this distance, it appears to be probably about 120 feet, maybe 140 feet, 120, because you're with the dark vision and everything. Well, it's not dark, but
It's about 120, 140 yards down the road.
Could be the horses from the wagon.
Let's go up and take a look.